plug it in. 4 times 3 squared times 3b cubed plus 3 minus b cubed. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 4 is 36 times 3b cubed plus 3 minus b cubed. 36 times 3b cubed is 108b cubed plus 36 times 3 is 108 minus b cubed. So collect like terms. 108 minus 1 is 107b cubed plus 108. The answer is C. When C is equal to 1 and D is equal to 4, this time we have to plug in two numbers. So C is 1 times D is 4 squared. C is 1, D is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 1 plus 4 is 5. The answer is 16 over 5a. Moving on, 11. When x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, let's see. So 6 times 2 squared over 2 times 3 squared plus 4 times 2 over 3 times 3. So 2 squared is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to reduce the first fraction by dividing the top and bottom by 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. So this fraction is equivalent to 12 over 9. Why did I do that? Because that gets me the common denominator. And since the denominators are the same, I can add the top numbers together. So the answer is 20 over 9. So answer is 20 over 9C. When a is equal to 1 and b is equal to negative 1, ab plus a over b plus a squared minus b squared. So ab, I'm going to plug it in again. A is 1, b is negative 1, plus a is 1, and b is negative 1, plus 1 squared minus negative 1 squared. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. 1 squared is 1. And negative 1 squared is positive 1. So you have positive 1 like so. And negative 1 minus negative 1 plus 1 is negative 1. And then minus 1, negative 2. Answer is C. Let's continue on. 13, 3 over 2g is equal to 9h minus 15. What is the value of g in terms of h? These types of questions are quite common in SAT math. Rearranging equations. So I'm going to rewrite that equation first so that you can see it. If I want to isolate g, that's what finding g in terms of h means. Isolate g. That means we want to bring everything other than g to the other side so that we have g equals something. In this case, we want to get rid of the 3 over 2. How do I do that? First, I can get rid of the 2 by multiplying 2 to both sides. Why? Because then I can cancel this out and the 2 disappears from the left-hand side. So I have 3g is equal to 9h minus 15 times 2. And now I want to get rid of 3. That means I want to divide both sides by 3. And always remember, you have to, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Now these cancel out. So you're left with g is equal to 9h minus 15 times 2 over 3. And I'm going to expand the first the bracket on top. 9h times 2 is 18h minus 15 times 2 is 30. divided by 3. Now 18h over 3 is just 6h, minus 30 over 3 is 10. So the answer is 6h minus 10, C. Let's move on to question number 14. If 7a plus 20b is equal to 28 minus b, what is the value of a in terms of b? So again, I'm going to rewrite this equation. Now I want to solve for a. So what is a in terms of b? That means I want to move everything other than a to the other side. So first step is to subtract 20b from both sides. Why? Because then I can get rid of these. And as I said, you always want to do whatever you do on the left-hand side, you always want to do it on the right-hand side. That's why I'm subtracting 20b from both sides. So 28, and then you have minus b minus 20b, so you have a total of 21 minus 21b. Now last thing is for me to get rid of the 7. How do I do that? Divide both sides by 7. In this case, they cancel. So you have a is equal to 28 over 7 is 4 minus 21b over 7 is, how many times does 7 go into 21? 3. So the answer is A. 15. If 4 times x over y plus 1 is equal to 10, what is the value of y in terms of x? This time I'm going to first expand the brackets. Actually, before I expand, I actually don't have to expand any brackets because I'm going to try to get rid of 4 first. How do I do that? I divide both sides by 4. Then you get x over y plus 1 is equal to, well, 10 over 4 is the same thing as 5 over 2. Now I want to get rid of the 1, so I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. And moving here, x over y is equal to, well, these cancel out. 5 over 2 minus 1 is 3 over 2. Now I want y. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a trick called cross multiplying. So I'm going to multiply. So that means I'm getting 2x and then 3y. All I did was I multiplied both sides by 2y. So 2 multiplying the left-hand side by 2y. I got rid of the y, and then I was left with 2x. I also multiplied this by 2y. I got rid of the 2, and I was left with 3 times y, 3y. Now the last thing, since I want y in terms of x, I want to get rid of the 3. How do I do that? Divide both sides. So they cancel, so y is equal to 2x over 3. D. Moving on, question number 16. If fg plus 2f minus g is equal to 2 minus f plus g, what is the value of g in terms of f? So I want g in terms of f. So fg plus 2f minus g is equal to, I want to expand the brackets, so minus f minus g. Guess what? I have minus g on both sides, so I can immediately just get rid of them. So I have fg plus 2f is equal to 2 minus f. Now I want to leave the g term on the left-hand side and move everything else to the right. So I'm going to do that by subtracting 2f from both sides. Why? Because then I can get rid of these terms. And I'm left with 2 minus 3f, and I have fg. Now I have f times g. How do I get rid of f? Well, it's the same thing that we've been doing. If we want to get rid of the f, we just divide both sides by f, because then they'll cancel. So now g is equal to 2 minus 3f over f. The answer is E. Question number 17. A times 3a minus b times bracket 4 plus a is equal to negative bracket a squared plus ab. And what is the value of b in terms of a? So first I want to expand all the brackets. So a times 3a is equal to 3a squared minus b times 4 is 4b minus b times a is equal to negative ab. I'm going to rewrite this so that's clear. Negative ab is equal to, I want to open up the brackets so all the pluses become negatives. Now I want the value of b in terms of a. So what is b in terms of a? So I want to move all the b terms to the left hand side. Well, actually, before I do that, I noticed that negative ab on both sides, which means I can immediately just get rid of them. It's like adding plus ab to both sides. In that case, both terms would disappear. So I'm left with 3a squared minus 4b is equal to negative a squared. Now, this time I'm going to move 4b to the other side because I want to work with positive numbers. So I'm going to add 4b. Actually, there are multiple ways of doing it, but I'm just going to show you this way. So the 4b's cancel out. And then now I have 3a squared is equal to negative a squared plus 4b. Now I'm going to move negative a squared by adding a squared to both sides. Right? Why? Because, sorry, I'm going to move this up. Because then I can cancel these out. I have 4a squared is equal to 4b. How do I get rid of the 4 from 4b? Divide both sides by 4. And I also noticed that I can cancel these out. So b is equal to a squared. Answer is D.